All right, yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and I have a punishment to do, okay? Every time I go 30,000 encounters dry, I need to make 300,000 Pokeyen profit, and today I will specifically be focusing on breeding for profit, and specifically breeding Beldums for profit. I think there's a really huge market for breeding Beldums for profit. I've constantly succeeded with that and made some really good Pokeyen doing that. I kind of start things off by doing this 20 plus in all the stats that a Beldum / Metagross needs, and then doing 4, okay? You search for required IV matches 4, which means it's going to find a Beldum with at least 4 of those stats that I'm looking for. So this one is already fantastic. Only 8,000 Pokeyen. What I'm going to do is buy Beldums and then calculate our total cost. I'm going to make a couple different Beldum breeds. I'll do our total cost, and then at the very end of it all, I will sell all the Beldums or all the Metagrosses all at once and do our total profit, okay? I'm looking for at least 300,000 Pokeyen profit, since that is the goal of this challenge. So let's see how long it takes us today to actually go ahead and make that 300,000 Pokeyen profit. This video might also be totally unedited. I don't know if there probably won't be we'll see it. People, if you like that style of content, let me know. I want people to see everything, to see what it looks like, and to see like every single thought process that I go through. So first things first, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just buy these 2 Beldums. Honestly, these 3 are all fantastic. This one missing just attack. So those are all 8k a piece. So we'll do plus 16k on top of this. So far, I've spent around 24,000 Pokeyen. Now, these have 1x31s, but they are in special attack, which is much less relevant. This one is 21k for 31 attack, and then 20 plus in other stats. It's actually quite good. It's kind of tempting. I also kind of want to check for one with a proper nature. Like, this one's jolly. I don't know if there'll be much room for profit there. What if I go, let's look for a 30. Let's go. Okay, let's breed what we have, and then we'll come back and work on those. It also might be better to go for multiple 30. If I'm looking for peak profit, it might be better to go for like actually higher IV ones and like more 31s on the Beldum. So, okay, let's start off with this one. This one is missing 30 or special defense stat. So what I would go ahead and do here, I spent 8k on this breed. I would go ahead and look for 31 special defense, and then I would do 20 plus like this. I might even do 25 plus in these stats like this. I don't need to carry anything over yet. We might want to here in a sec. Let's see what Dittos cost. 15k. Only 15k. The reason why Beldums are such good profit is because generally Beldum is a genderless species, right? So normally you'll buy Dittos as the breeders, and when Dittos are as cheap as they are right now, it makes for pretty cheap breeds. We also only need to buy 1 brace on this breed, which is really nice. So we're going to pay 10k for the brace. Put that over on the Ditto. I'm going to go ahead and go carry out this breed to go ahead and get started. I'm going to add 10k for the cost of the brace, and then go ahead and get that taken care of. There we go. We'll let that hatch, see how the nature rolls. If you ever get good nature rolls, that's when you're really in the money, but you don't need good nature rolls to also make Pokeyen. You should make consistent Pokeyen just breeding for profit in general if you're making correct purchases. So now I want to go for a very similar thing. Once again, this time 31 attack. I might go 25 plus on the HP where possible. Looking for a matching Ditto. This might be kind of expensive. Yeah, this one's like 26k. So going for a 31 attack is much less easy. Let's check Beldums as well. Metang, nothing. And then Metagross, we see like 35k. That's for never mind. Metapod. So Ditto is going to be our best option here, it seems like. However, there's a trick I can do here, okay? So I'm going to essentially get rid of the HP, and I'm gonna choose to brace the HP on the Beldum. It's gonna cost me 10k more Pokeyen. However, if the Ditto that pops up when I replace this number with 0, if the Ditto that pops up is 16k or less, it's actually better to buy that Ditto. So bam, there you go. So this Ditto is actually 15k. So it's actually cheaper to go ahead and buy this Ditto and then brace the HP on the Beldum versus getting a different one to roll. Does that make sense? So we'll go ahead and grab this. We need an attack brace, I believe. We'll go ahead over and grab that right here. Put that on our Ditto. Go carry out that breed. Like so. 1x31. Oh, sorry, I have to brace the... I did actually forget 2 braces. We're going to pay 20k extra for this breed for the 2 braces. We'll add that on now. Go grab the HP brace and get this breed taken care of. It should look like this. 28 HP guaranteed, 1 times 31, and then 20 plus in the other stats. Put it in a Pokeball, easy peasy. Then on to breed number 3. All right, next up, moving on to Beldum number 3, we need 31 speed. So we're going to go 31 speed, 20 plus in, I think, every stat. We almost want to put it in special attack here as well. I might even do that. We'll have to see what the cost of the Ditto is. So a similar situation where it's 25k. If I replace, let's see if I add the special attack, it's around the same. If I replace the attack stat with 0, and if it's much significantly cheaper, let's get rid of this as well. It's not much cheaper. Okay, so this is a good example of it's actually better to just go ahead and like buy this. I honestly almost want to go ahead and just pay the 5k extra to grab this one. I kind of like that. This one's much better stats. So this one versus this one, you always look for, if something's comparable price, don't always just buy the cheapest option. I see that happen a ton with people trying to breed for profit. Do not always just buy the cheapest option. It's not always the best. Sometimes things will be like the exact same price or very, very similar prices, like 5k difference, but the IVs will be very, very different. You have to always watch that. So we grabbed this. Let's go grab just our speed brace. Go ahead and add 10k onto the calculator. So we have spent 124k here. We've already spent 124k on these breeds, but we should be in the profit, I would guess, at this point. Once again, we'll do all of our profits at the very end. Let's go ahead and go through with this breed. I'm going to go ahead and actually put all of our Beldums that are done. I'll put them in the PC. We'll move this box over, put this down here, and then move on. Let's go find some more Beldums to start breeding while our other two are hatching. I don't normally look for Beldums like this, but I'm going to search for Beldums with 2 times 31s and just see what the cheapest ones are. Someone's actually listing a few different Beldums with 31 stats. If I can find one with a usable nature, that would be amazing. If you ever don't know what natures are usable on a Pokemon, you always want to head over to PvP statistics and check out what's being used. So Impish is shockingly the most used nature on Metagross. Adamant also being extremely relevant. I think I saw an Adamant one here. 54k for this Adamant one. That feels not bad at all. And honestly, these are like not bad. They're not really like super cheap. There's not like a great opportunity here. Also, the 31s are in the defenses as opposed to like the attack or the speed, which is not as good as well. Let's go ahead and check for Impish and see if we see anything. Since Impish is so desired. Yeah, Impish is actually really desired. Let's try to actually focus on a well-natured Beldum here for a quick sec then. So what I'll do is the 20 plus once again and match 4 of the IVs. So here we have, this is actually really good. I might actually go ahead and buy this for 15k. So for 15k, I can go ahead and buy this Beldum, which we'll put an Everstone on. So it's 15k. We'll do plus 15k. We'll do plus 20k. For the Beldum plus the Everstones. Everstones are usually around 5 or 6k. I'm going to immediately Everstone this as I do want to pass the nature for sure. And we'll go find a matching Ditto breeder. So the Ditto, we're going to need 31 special defense and then 20 plus in the other stats. Hopefully 25 plus attack if possible. Search like this. Only 9k for a Ditto with these stats. Honestly, unbelievably cheap. There are some things that are decently comparable. I think this is fine. I think going the 9k one there is honestly ideal. Plus 9k. Plus we're going to do plus 10k more for the brace. So far, we're at 163,000 total cost. We're getting up there in total cost. We need a special defense brace, I believe, here. We'll pop that onto our Ditto and see what this breed looks like. This is going to be Impish. Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Carry through with that. Put this other Beldum in the PC. Hatched Lax nature. That's not usable. I don't even know if I checked what nature this came out as. Relaxed. That arguably is usable, but it depends what someone's looking for. Okay, let's also not just buy Beldums. You also want to keep an eye out for Metangs and Metagrosses. A lot of times, people don't look for the other evolutions while looking for breeds for profit or other good. Look at this. There are actually so many good Metangs here. Look at this. This is Impish. The problem is that it needs a 31 attack, where I feel like those are pretty expensive on Dittos. It's the only problem, but it's honestly kind of tempting. I might go ahead and pick that up. It's probably a breed for profit. Let's see what else we have here. This one's 8k. So we'll do plus 15k for the one we just bought. Plus 8k for this one we're about to buy. And then plus, we're going to buy this one as well. I think both these, honestly. So we'll do plus 16k for those two that I just bought. Now, I do want to be careful because I am, at this point, I'm actually buying so many Beldums and making so many Beldums and Metang breeders that I'm going to reach a point where I'm flooding the market by breeding too many of the same Pokemon. You don't want to breed the same Pokemon so much. I've spent around 200k on breeds so far. This will probably be my last few breeds. Is probably where I'll go ahead and call it. So let's go ahead and find breeders for these 3 Metangs, and then we'll see how much profit we've made so far. This is going to be kind of expensive once again, unfortunately. If I look for a Ditto with like 31 speed and 20 plus in the other stats, yeah, that's going to end up being inherently expensive. If I get rid of the special defense, I could find a much cheaper one. Yup, that's going to be, buying this is actually going to be significantly cheaper than, let's see if I do 25 plus. Yup, still 9k, perfect. So only 9k for that S tier breeder for this Metang. I am going to have to buy 2 braces for this breed, so I'll go ahead and add 20k onto the calculator. We're at 223k total cost so far for all of our different breeds. Let's go ahead and get a special defense brace and a speed brace. Speed goes on the Ditto, special defense on the Metang. I think it's the first Metang. Let's go see what this breed looks like in the old man. I mean, this is the real power of breeding for profit, is you can preview every single breed with the old man, so it's like pretty hard to make a mistake. Unless you're like, unless you just are lazy, you can always see if you're going to make a breed or make a mistake, right? Which is the more you breed, I always say if I breed for like 45 minutes or more, I almost always make at least one mistake. If you breed for a long period of time, it's very likely you'll make a mistake, and that's okay. That's just breeding is a very mentally taxing activity. Now, this one's going to be kind of expensive, but it's actually worth it because I'm also going to be able to Everstone the nature. So I'm paying 27k for this, plus 27, plus 6k. So we're doing plus 33, plus 10 more k. So plus 40, I'm going to do plus 43k here, which is going to make up the cost for the entire breed. Sorry if that was a little hard to follow, but that should be the basic math behind it. Let's go ahead and put our Everstone. This is the Impish one. So our Everstone goes there. And then our Ditto needs 31 an attack brace. Let's put that on and check out the old man to see our breed look like this. 31 attack, 20 plus in every other stat that it needs, 30 special defense, 25 plus speed, and impish nature guaranteed. Let's carry through with that breed. Dude, I absolutely love searching for like 31 defense and 31 special defense Dittos right now. They are always so cheap, I feel like, with other stats alongside. It's so crazy. 12k for this is just, this is our last breed. 12k for this is so ridiculously nice. I'm going to do plus 22k for the Ditto plus our brace that we're about to buy. So let's head over to the lady for our last brace, get a defense brace. This should be our last breed as well. Put that on like this. Okay. Perfect. So 31 defense, 20 plus in every other stat, hoping for a good nature roll here. I've spent 288,000 Pokeyen breeding. That you were supposed to make a 300k profit, not spend 300k. Yo, true. We actually kind of ended up perfect. I'll make sure I finish hatching these eggs. 7 Beldums. 7 Beldums were bred with good IVs for 288k. Let's see how much we can sell them for and how much expected profit will come in. Now, it is important to say this is just expected profit. I am just going to list these Pokemon and they will sell over time, but I'm not going to show proof of that because it's too long to wait when I upload daily videos. It's too much to keep track of. I'm always pretty honest and upfront with my listings, though. I always say that like 90% of my listings sell, and from the 10% that don't sell, 8% of it is usually from human error and a mislisting on my part, and the other like 1 or 2% is because the Pokemon is so specific, it just needs more time to actually sell. So if you understand the Pokemon market, the PokeMMO market is extremely consistent because good IV Pokemon can always be used to make more money and make more good IV Pokemon due to the way the breeding system works. So generally expected profit is going to be accurate unless I make a large mistake or the market changes pretty drastically, which does happen. So the way that I would price check this is by doing a 31 in special defense and then going for the nature and then looking for Beldum. So we see 80k is the cheapest one, but it's also 2 times 31. That is not comparable to our needs. What if we were to go ahead and switch this to maybe a different defense stat? Still not really giving us a good answer. What if we were to switch this to, so 2 times 1 is 80k. This might come down to an intuitive guess or a game knowledge guesstimation on a price. I'm guessing that I would end up going 50 or 60k on this, based on what we're seeing, but I can also go ahead and go to 20 plus impish and just see. Yeah, there's just nothing else. This one honestly seems underpriced. Like if I were to buy, I almost want to buy this one up and resell it, but it's been up for 3 days, which is kind of shocking to see. I'm actually going to buy this one and flip it. And then I will go ahead and list this one for 80k, which will seem like a good deal below these other ones, which is nice to see. So we'll go 80k there. And I'm not gonna count the one that I'm flipping into the profits, but I will go ahead and sell this one for like 120. I think is reasonable. All right, on to our next belt. So we gotta get our calculator. Sorry, excuse me. We listed that first one for 80k, I believe. Yeah, 80k, right? So we'll remember that 300k was our cost. Let's go ahead and do we're gonna start calculating our revenue now, and then we'll subtract our cost at the end. This one, now we got really lucky on one. This one rolled jolly, and I almost didn't even notice. So we do have a good nature roll. That's awesome to see. If you breed enough, you should just see the good nature rolls eventually. That's awesome to see. So 31, jolly. We'll look for Beldum. We could also check for Metangs and Metagrosses as well, not just Beldums. The only one comparable. Let's lower this to maybe 20 and see if we see something else. 120k is the only one at the cheapest. I think it's actually a very accurate price. I'll go ahead and list this for 120k. Jolly Beldums / Metagrosses are actually used for going for Elite 4 reruns. Someone, I think Cav was saying in chat. So 120k there. I am going to calc out the listing fee as well. So let's go ahead and subtract 5k from the listing fee from the last listing, and then do plus 114k on this one. Perfect. So far we're at 189k expected coming in. Now, these might take a couple listings as well. We might even just knock off some extra Pokeyen at the very end just to play it safe in case I have to relist some of these. Okay, next up is this Impish Beldum, 31 attack, 20 plus in all other stats. The only option is one that costs 150k. That seems insane. I'm not going to lie. That seems really expensive. I'm actually going to undercut it a little bit and go like 130k. And even that seems kind of ridiculously high. Maybe I go 120k. Yeah, that actually just seems so high that I'm going to undercut it a fair bit and do plus 114. Once again, I'd rather underestimate my value than overestimate. I mean, if it's the only one on the market, it's probably a good price. Like, it's, that's honestly fair. It's Bedmosh's. Yeah. No, it's a good listing, honestly. I am just going to try to get mine to sell a little quicker. So apologies for undercutting you in chat, Bedmosh. I love you so much. Okay, on to our next post. So we're already in the profit, right? We spent 288k making all of these Beldums. We still have 4 to sell. Everything from here is straight profit. Okay, this Beldum shouldn't be anything too special. I probably do just go 55k on this. Actually, this one's adamant. This is underpriced. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and buy that. Once again, flip that. Making flips while breeding for profit is amazing. I definitely recommend it. This one, I probably just go for 50 or 55k. We'll probably go 55k because the next one is 80k, but it's 2 times 31. Yeah, I think going 55k here is reasonable for that top one. And we'll just flip this one. It was adamant. So a good nature, the cheapest one is 90k, but it's jolly. I probably go ahead and just flip this around for, probably just 89. Just undercut it and go 89k, or I could just go 80k on it. I kind of like that. What was it listed for before? 7998. My trade log's not working, so I was listed for 80k before. That's fine. I can just list it for this. I didn't subtract the what did I list this one for? I'm already getting distracted and forgetting. This one's 55k minus, so we'll do plus 50k minus listing fee. Okay. This is honestly a perfect example of like the longer you breed, the more your brain turns to mush. Like it actually is so hard. It's just such a high focus activity. It's very, very difficult to keep the focus for a long period of time. Next up, we have a naive Beldum. This is a mixed Beldum with naive nature and 31 speed. This is like actually a really interesting and very good Beldum. Someone, if you want a specifically mixed one, like naive is actually a pretty damn good nature. We're not really seeing anything comparable. We see 2 times 31s, but with not really usable natures. Like Bolt, you would never run. Sassy, you could run, but it's on 31 speed, so you're kind of like, I think I honestly go Adamant here, Jolly. This seems kind of high, but I think it is totally accurate. If you want a UT, which is an untrained Pokemon that is competitively ready, mixed Metagross, this is probably your best bet on the market, with a plus speed nature specifically. So I'm going to go 150k here, which is going to result in plus 142k profit on top of it. So we're at 500k profit. Let's go and list that off. We have 2 more Beldums to sell. This next one is not a very special Beldum. It's really just 20 plus in most stats, while also having a 31 in attack. The nature is irrelevant / not usable. This will be a pretty easy 60k. It'll be plus 58k on the calc. I wanted to make 300k profit, and I just have to make. I think I'll just barely reach it, which is really, really funny. I actually like calced it exactly on accident. So next up, our very last Beldum to sell here, fellas. I'm having a hard time finding an accurate comparison for this Beldum, I will say. If I do the exact stats, obviously there's nothing really comparable. If I get rid of the 20 plus special attack, there's 30k for not usable natures, and they're missing the special attack. Yeah, like, I'm not really seeing anything here comparable. Relaxed is usable on a mixed Metagross like this. I probably just go ahead and list this for 55k or so would be my guess. Trying to think. I feel like this is the best Nature 1 Impish. Yeah, I feel like going 55k is reasonable here. Not 550k. We'll do... You could even go 50k or so here, or 45k. You could go lower here, and I feel like it's fine. I'm going to do plus 50k for the expected profit. So that's going to put us up to 603,000 revenue expected. We're also going to minus 288k from our cost, and we calc the listing fees along the whole way, leaving us with 315,000 expected profit, which is exactly around what we wanted, which is super sick. So there we go, fellas. Not too shabby, not too bad. It might take a while for that to come in, but I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully this video showed you guys, like, alongside some physical examples about how to make money breeding Beldums for profit. Now, I will say, as I bred like 7 or so Beldums for profit during this video, it kind of, you can't breed the same species over and over and over again, right? You can't do that. It's gonna hurt the, there's only so, you don't want to overflood the supply, right? If this sells, the Pokemon economy is extremely consistent. I qualified earlier, Janari, you may not have been here for it. I qualified earlier. The Pokemon economy is extremely consistent. If you understand it and know how to price check things, these all should sell pretty consistently. I would say around 90% of the things that I sell list. 9% of which that don't sell is from human error. Another 1% is from like a Pokemon being so specific. I've shown screenshots, and I've done videos and screenshots in the past where I've proven things being sold for what I list for on video. I just can't for every single video, as someone who uploads every single time, right? I can't, or every single day, I can't wait for proof on every video. I have to keep my schedule in the way that I like to upload, right? I can't really show proof every single video. So hopefully, but the point of this video is to be helpful, and the point of this video is to hopefully offer a guide and teach people some things to make Pokeyen and show the opportunity. So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. Hopefully it helped you, learn how to breed for profit. Don't just go do Beldums, try other things. I have a video called What's the Best Pokemon to Breed for Profit, which shows you all types of different species and how to even find the species, and teaches you the thought process of finding the right Pokemon to breed for profit. So I encourage you to go find whatever species is best in the market at the time to breed for profit. Don't just do Beldums just because this video showed Beldums, but hopefully this teaches you some things, helps you out a little bit. Like it if it did, if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't, that's totally okay. Subscribe to the video for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this, Monday through Friday. Discord's down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if my money making methods have helped you enough, and my PokeMMO content has helped your journey enough to warrant it, and you can afford it, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo are very appreciated. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Arena. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all of these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.